Three sisters for round 4 of the British Drift Championship and the Pro 2 qualifiers, Mike.
And what qualifiers is set to be, we've got over 50 drivers ready to go, Mike. And there's 3 drivers who are fighting for that championship position today. There's only 7 points separating the top 3. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so standout drivers today. Craig McLeod doing fantastic.
Craig McLeod, my boy Max Fleckney going for the championship, and he's seen him break an axle this morning. He broke the Pajero axle in the KE70, which is apparently unbreakable, but not for Max. So he has another one swapped out there. He got 1 or 2 runs in just at the end of practice, and he is going strong.
Perfect. Well, let's take a look at the line they will be doing this round. So they come off of the start-finish line hard through first, second, third gear into clip 1, which is a flick/weight transfer entry, round the outside of the track through clip 2, transfer again, a weight transfer again, transition to the back of the track. That's an outside clip, around clip 3 as they head all the way around the outside of the track again to a Manji through the middle of the track through clip 4 and 5, and then down into our first decel zone, clip 6.
Yeah, and from clip 6, this is the fun part. So we want to see them thrown on big angle to scrub off the speed. Don't be using a handbrake, no one wants to see that. From 6, you're putting foot in, following that wide line through 7, sticking out wide, then a snappy transit which will put you out wide here into lunar, following the clip around through 8. Nice wide line all the way over the line. And Mike, this is a very fun ending of a track because we get 2 backwards entry sections and then we get a ridiculous long pull.
Yeah, so people putting the hammer down through clip 9 and 10 across here. This is where you get to see the action right at the very end of the track. You've got to be careful not to...
Like, you cannot put your wheels on that. They've been very serious about that because cars are just starting to straighten up there, so Kieran has asked them to keep the wheels on the tar.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We go into our qualification start list. Adam Kelly is first position today. You know Adam Kelly.
I know Adam Kelly. Adam Kelly works in a place called TNL Sports. I don't know if you know them or not. They build a few cars and things like that. So yeah, Adam's new R33 Skyline is just finished. I think this is like his 3rd time driving the car, and he just wants to get experience in it. 700 brake, and it's an absolute weapon, Mike.
Nice stuff. We've got Richie Gilby there in 4th place. He hasn't done a few rounds this year, but car looking pretty fast as usual.
Yeah, looking good in practice, Richie was as well.
And up here we have Danny Nolan, another Irishman.
Yeah, Danny Nolan, Sam Nolan's little brother. The 2 Nolan brothers were going well this morning in practice. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do today.
There's quite a few names here I don't recognise.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of new drivers. I think we've got like 20 wildcard entries or something today, so they're definitely going to be keeping me and you on our toes.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we will be starting with all of that action right after this.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tires and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
TNL Sports.
So here we go. First up today is Adam Kelly in that rather shiny looking R33.
I'm just going to say it straight out there, okay? I like R33s.
I do.
Adam made this one look so cool. Like, it just looks insane when it's driving around the paddock.
See, I used to not like R33s, so I think they're like a fine wine. They grow on you, Mike.
Get better with age.
Yeah, get better with age. Well, this one certainly does look fantastic. And how old are 32s are there? So that's 90...
You're doing maths here now, you're
90,
live.
Yeah, 94, 95. That's well, quite an old car.
That's enough maths from you, Mike. So we're going to watch Adam's first run as he's coming down.
Huge flip.
Nice flip by Adam. A little bit just straight in there, not getting out of clip 2. He needs to get back on line now. He's getting out wide through clip 3, putting the foot to the floor as you see him coming down, heading for the Mangiali. Lovely wide transitions. Keeping it lovely in there. It's a good safe run for his first run.
Yeah, it looks very nice and smooth. The car looks fairly poised up until that point, just then, but up until that point it looked good. Now, put the hammer down. Now, this is the part of the track where he said it is very fast. Did he just touch a wheel off of the track? I don't think he did. I think it was very close. looked like he had a fairly solid score for his first run. I'll wait for that to be made official by the judges. 74.64. He goes into first place, Mike.
Wow, he's going to be really happy with that one, Mike.
Up next, Martin Tyrrell.
Martin Tyrrell, yeah.
Did I say it right?
You're not far off with the Irish names. Another Irish driver coming over this weekend just to give it a go in this weapon of a GTA 6. But we were just talking to Martin just before we went live.
He's lost fourth gear.
He's doing the whole track in fourth gear. So
And
what
he's lost
was,
fourth gear.
what was Mike Walton's advice? You have 700 brake, go to fifth. So let's see what Martin can do as he comes it down. Dropping the wheels small bit on clip one, but doing it up. I don't think that fifth gear.
Lots of clutch kicks. Come on, you can do it. Look, you can see how much he's having to pedal that car, but loads of pace now in fifth gear. Oh, can he hold on?
Can he hold it?
He did.
Martin's done a
this
good
is an
job.
absolute valiant effort by Tyrrell. So this guy's gearbox is in absolute bits. So this is like the first run, and he's already broken in practice. So.
Doing an absolute brilliant job to get that car over the line and get a score on the board.
Yeah, I mean,
Fifth one.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Well,
anyone else wants advice, just come to the trailer, we'll help you out.
yeah, I mean, it's a bit shaky, wasn't it? But still, he made it round. Like, that's a good effort. 58.33 puts him into second position so far. Up now, Finn Well. This is a beautiful car.
Like, this was like fresh out of the box yesterday.
Yeah, I was having a look around it. There is absolutely brand new in every way. Look how that perspex is crisp.
Clean. It looks like a window. The slider hasn't even been moved.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Not even once. Right, and Finn Well now leaves the line. I have no idea what engine. Oh, it's NS. We had a look at it.
Oh, yeah, we looked at
It's
the
got
shell.
an NS powered engine. BMW. Oh, a little bit of a tentative entry there. Had to reinitiate as he misses clip one. Makes it nicely into clip two, though. And they come down the main straight. This is a lovely camera position, Mike. I can see this. You can see, just fighting with that car, desperately trying to get it back online again. Not really succeeding. Lots of inputs from the steering here. It looks like a struggle to drive, Mike.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a handful. And sometimes, these fresh spills, they need a few teething days. There's going to be
100%.
issues. You're going to learn the car, figure out what you need to do, what you don't need to do. So every lap is just experience for Finn at this scenario.
Yeah. Well, he got a score on the board. Not a fantastic one, but it is a score on the board. Finn Well at 42 points and putting him into third position. Up next, we have Richie Gilby. Seems to be having overheating problems with that car, taking the bonnet off of it. Normally a very nice looking car when it's got the bonnet on. In this 1JZ powered Sil 80. Comes down and think, big clutch kick entry, very committed from Richie Gilby. This is what we want to see, really nice and deep through clip one. A tiny bit shallow from clip two, but can we see the nice smooth transition? Look at the front end of the car, lifting up as he puts the hammer down the straight. Makes it lovely through that decel zone, barely using the handbrake at all. Gets it back on line again, a really snappy transition. Just what the judges were looking for, Mike, as he comes around, puts the hammer down the last corner. This is looking like an absolute fantastic run for Richie Gilby, but he puts wheels on.
So he puts wheels on the concrete, we can see the judges' score automatically drop, but that was an absolute brilliant run by Richie. Wild and out of control, and we loved it.
Yeah, indeed, he is sponsored by Auto Extreme, NGK Spark Plug, 6 Boost EU, Drift UK, Raynham Zestino Tyres UK, CG Motorsport, Unit Works, R2 Automotive, Rymax Lubricants, and CT Fabrication.
And he gets a score of 83, which puts him into first position. That's a brilliant run. He's going to be happy with that.
Yeah. Up now we have Petros Feodorus. He is driving
a crazy looking
E30.
E30.
This E30, what has it got in it? I'm just waiting for my page to update.
It's got an engine on the driver, that's all I know, Mike.
I have seen this car before, but I mean, European drivers have all these mental E30s, and they've all got slightly different engines in them, but all with Titanic turbos.
Titanic turbos. There's a turbo the size of my head on this.
It is. Where are they getting them from?
I don't know. Lorries or something like that, I think.
Like we sell turbos, but we don't sell turbos. Well, we do sell them that big, but
it's like a 6-inch pipe coming through the body tire there is like. But as we see Petros leave the line, he's going for a big flick in, Mike. Lovely indeed. Can he get out to clip two? No, mid-track as he's coming around the first corner. Trying to get it back online now as he's coming up to Mangiali. Hitting out to
Mangiali.
It came to me naturally there, man.
Oh my goodness me!
He should not be there.
Wow, that was way
was
too
off
fast.
guard
Yeah,
as well,
I mean, I don't know what happened. It looked like he snapped way too fast and then just grabbed all of the brakes. And obviously, if you've locked up all four wheels, you can't control your car, and this is what happens.
You're a passenger at that stage. You're a passenger.
Yeah, so tyres absolutely everywhere. It doesn't look like it's done too much damage. He would have hit that rear quarter there, Mike. So
Yeah.
and I can't see too much damage there. The car looks like it's moving. So hopefully we can just get those tyres back in place, and we will move on very quickly. He is sponsored by his own company, PLK Motors Limited. They specialise in car sales. The sponsor for this particular event is Renegade Performance. Let's have a look at what he does here.
So he was shallow and it just put him in the wrong place of the track. Like, it is a narrow section. You know, you have to be on the correct line to make it work. We have seen that happen in practice this morning already, so maybe it's just an eye-opener for other drivers on the grid.
And the car appears... Is it working? It is working. Okay, so it's
moving under its own power.
Under its own power, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, we will get that sorted out quickly and move on to the next one. I was going to tell you what engine this had in it, but it just says 8 V8 turbo, so I don't know what V8 that is.
Or what turbo.
They're both quite large, that's all I can tell you.
Our track team's going to have a busy day of it now, of picking up them tyres. We've 2 E30s on the grid this weekend, just 3.
I can see 2 in this picture.
Oh yeah! The touring. Jack's one just slipped me there completely. Wow. Great time to be alive. So we move back to the line.
We have Matthew Owen in what looks to be an E46 compact. Again, that is all I know about this car.
Yeah, a lot of our wildcard drivers just, you know, coming in, getting a feel of BDC, giving it an attempt. It's a good thing to help the grid grow.
It is an absolutely fantastic thing. What would be even better is if they told us just something about themselves.
Yeah. Not giving us information, we can't talk about you, so therefore we're just going to slag you.
I mean, it would have been Wizards of Lock written on the side there. One of the sponsors.
You know, it's a big clean-up when you actually, you know, it's a big clean-up when you see our track manager down from the tower. Toby is cleaning it up. Toby's like, we need to get this done. One clipping point sign gone.
Many more to go.
Many more to go.
Many more to go.
So it looks like we have our track just cleaned up now.
I'll wait for our track manager to run back over to his position. Come on, Toby, run.
Run, Toby, run!
Team Drift Force. Is his team? One would assume.
Says it on the door.
Does indeed.
It does. That's one bit of information.
So is this the Forces Drift? This is to do with the armed forces? I believe. I think so.
I'm sure someone's going to tell us how to qualify.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just waiting to get the signal from Toby.
And off we go. Matthew Owen to put in his first attempt at qualifying. And a bit of a tentative entry, nice handbrake, quite a bit of pace though. Can he keep on the track? Oh, just drops one wheel and rotates.
Just unfortunate. See, that weight on the line is very nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs thinking about everything.
He was extremely fast into that first corner as well, and just not quite able. I mean, it's a compact, so they are quite a snappy chassis anyway, and just couldn't keep it under control through the transition. And up next, we have Mike Lardner. And he is driving Jap Speed R33. I'm assuming it's Jap Speed R33 because it's got Jap Speed up the side of it. Again,
No commentary from
no information.
We can just read stickers.
So here we go, Mike Lardner off the line. Just sliding top first corner. Wow, look at the flick, ladies and gentlemen. Straightened a little bit. Can he hold on the track on the very edge? This is looking very good so far as he comes down Manji Ali, Mike. I remember that. Or a little bit of a straighten in between that reinitiation into clip 6.
So we can see he's putting the boot down. Just a bit of a straighten. That's obviously where he's going for the upshift.
Yeah.
We've seen a few drivers struggling with that this morning. Anyone that doesn't have the big sequential box actually has to pause for 1 second to get up here.
Yeah. So he comes in with a 78.33, putting him in second position so far. Up next we have Dave Mittel in this E36. 1JZ
Just
under the
outside.
bonnet. As he goes flying down the entrance. A little bit wonky the front end of that car looking already. And sticks it beautifully on the line. Transitions back again as he comes down. Manji Ali, this is looking not quite smooth so far, but drops a wheel. Can he hold it on this?
So we see David doing absolutely anything to keep this car on track. This is not a bad line. Dropped 1 or 2 wheels in small places, but there weren't big mistakes, Mike. There were just small little ones which maybe shouldn't affect the score too much.
Oh yeah, manages to keep it on.
It's a good run from Dave.
Clip 10 there. Yeah, just 1 wheel drop from Dave Patel. He is sponsored by NWMF Powder Coaters, Auto Service Buckley. And he comes in first position with 85.33 points. And up next we have Chris Parnham in this RB25 powered S14.5. Lovely looking car.
Lovely looking car, yeah. Sounds amazing as well. Big right from Chris. As we see him trying to get out wide, clip 2, he does get the B line. Gets the car back on line now as he lines up to come around the top corner of Mangiali. Bit shallow there, which will mess him up the whole way down. Look, did very well to hold the car there now. Using big angle to scrub off some of the speed. As we see him now putting the foot down, he comes round Lunar. Absolutely lit, Mike, doing absolutely can to get that car over the line and not go on the green concrete on the edge of the track there.
Only very slightly, man. Only very slightly. So Chris Parnham comes in with 69 points, putting him in 5th position. Just a couple of little mistakes there, hurting his score. Up next we have Kieran Lynch.
The next up-and-comer of Irish drifting.
Is it?
Yeah. It's going to take a few years now, but he'll get there. Kieran is one of the nicest lads to come across there. He's just coming over to have fun this weekend, and he is driving amazing this morning. Hopefully them nerves don't get the better of him. So we see Kieran putting the foot to the floor. Not bad through the first section. Could have been deeper in some of the clips, Mike, but he is still ticking all the boxes.
Run. Look at it. He's nice through all those looking points down to the detail zone.
That's nice.
Doesn't
there.
use too much of a handbrake drag, gets himself into a good position. Again, that was a very smooth transition into around the last corner.
Listen to the SR screaming around that last corner. That's not a bad run from Kieran. He's going to be absolutely delighted with that one.
Yeah, very solid run from Kieran Lynch. Didn't put too much wrong. And he gets a score of 82.67, putting him into 3rd position so far. Up now another E30. Mike, this one owned by Sonny Moore.
This is a lovely car. We only had a quick look around this morning in the paddock now. Nice, well-built E30.
Did you get to see what's under the bonnet?
No.
A bit of a tentative entry, not the fastest entry we've seen. It looks a nice looking car, very late on clip 1 there and just missing clip 2. round that corner.
Just unfortunately, has the car in the wrong position. He's just shallow of all the clips the whole way down. So we see him trying to get back on track as he comes in for the last transition. Out wide. Definitely going to be a bit of work to do on Sonny, but he will get a score on the board. As soon as they put wheels in that concrete, the score is dropping massively. If you're a spotter out there, you need to be onto your driver about that.
And 57 points puts him in 8th position. He is sponsored by Drift for You, MEK Sports, CJP Autosport, DMS Automotive, Lost Soul Tattoos, and Morelands.
So up next we have Thomas Devine. Lovely car this is. I like sparkly cars.
And this one definitely is sparkling.
Yeah. Two different versions of sparkly, purple and green. So we see Thomas come down, throwing it in. Absolutely. Wow. Limiter bash in that first corner.
Near on the line.
Completely wrong place.
Terrible line.
But it sounded amazing for us. As we see him trying to come up Mangiali now. Oh, dropping wheels.
Dropping wheels again.
This is wild.
This is a heck of a run for all the wrong reasons. I mean, it looks fantastic to us, and here, look, kicking up dirt into the crowd. He hasn't spun it. Listen to the limiter on this thing, that poor car, as he comes across the line, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, just put your hands up just for impact. I mean, the line was terrible.
The judges didn't like it, the commentators loved it. And he scores a 71, which puts him into 6th position.
Great stuff. Up now we have Lee Chambers.
There's a lot of glitter on the grid this weekend, isn't there? Wow! That red is, no wonder he's have a paint code.
He just has a chat with our start line marshal, make sure everything's okay. Maybe there might have been a bit of dirt on the track from that last run, Mike.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So Lee Chambers is 180SX. Again, we have no information about this at all, apart from what we can see in front of us.
So 180SX.
Rocket Bunny body kit. I'm a big fan of a Rocket Bunny body kit.
I like the love heart lights. Just put it out
Less fond of those myself, if I'm honest. But, you know, each to their own.
And the first disagreement of the weekend, huh?
Well, of today, anyway.
Today,
well, many years.
Yeah, there's been a fair few disagreements.
That's an SR under the bonnet.
Elmo in the window. And a car leaving the line right. There we go.
So Lee come flying down into our first cleared one. Smooth. They keep it around the outside of the track. It's on the C line so far. Makes a transition through. Comes into the B line through clip 3. As they come down Manji Alley, nice and wide now. This is beautiful on the clips. Oh, grabs a load of front brake to slow himself down. As he comes through in and transitions nicely into our last corner. Dropping a couple of wheels there on that clip. As they come right on, straightens on that upshift. That's just a killer for people, and then over rotates.
Yeah.
All falling apart at the end of that run for Lee Chambers.
It was
and the first part of it was really good.
I enjoyed that one. It's unfortunate. It's that upshift that's catching some of the lower powered cars, and it's going to be down to the drivers how they adapt with that shift. So unfortunately Lee gets a 0.
Yep, for an incomplete run.
But we will see him back out for a second run.
We sure will not, Mike. Up next we have Ryan Milton.
No.
No.
That's Jack Coburn. Is it? I can't tell now. No, it's not. Ian Liggett. Where's confused? Well, anyways, Ian's leaving the line this E30 touring. Lovely first half here, Mike. Absolutely nailing the A-lines as he comes around the second corner, lining up for Mangiali.
Yeah, beautiful line now as it comes down to the detail zone. Just a dab of that front brake, getting that car on a perfect line. This is looking very smooth, Mike.
Yeah.
Not dropping a wheel there. Can he get hold of the upshift just here? I think he did manage it, or he's kept it in the same gear all the way through. I can hear the limiter. I think he kept it in the same gear, Mike. He comes over the line.
It's risk reward doing that as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a long pull.
It might work, it might not.
It might go bang.
Well, Ian scores a 75.67, putting him into 5th position so far. Up next we have Sam Miles.
Okay, cool, so I don't need to worry about that.
In this E46 Coupe. Maybe that's got a Jay-Z under the bonnet. It sounds like it's got a Jay-Z under the bonnet as he runs a little bit wide through clip 2. Oh, a nice snappy transition. Manages to hold on to that. I thought it was going to over-rotate, but that was a lovely little transition from this BMW. Sam, oh, can he hold on to this? Tries to throw a backwards entry. I'm not sure whether that was on purpose or not, ladies and gentlemen, but it really hurt his score.
Yeah.
He's down to a 0 now for stop drifting. But I don't know whether that was an act of heroism or just a really big mistake, Mike. No, I'm not 100% sure.
It's like the car just snapped around too fast on him, and yeah.
Yeah, it definitely did happen, Mike. So, up next.
Ooh, see a car being pushed out of the warm-up area.
Never a good sign.
Never a good sign.
So,
we're just waiting for confirmation to find out what's going on.
The driver is actually up next, and who's broken? Who is it?
Oh,
We've got a quick
battery dead. Just giving push.
Oh, the car seems to be running again now. I believe we have Orestes Jockeys.
That's exactly what I would have said.
In this yellow E36 at BMW. Again, I can hear turbo, Mike.
Okay, so he gets the signal from the start line, and off he goes for his first run in qualifying.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a Jay-Z over there.
See coming down, slow coming
very
in.
Slow coming in, a very tentative entry.
Something wrong there now.
A big puff of smoke coming out of the
smoke.
He'll finish up his run. He's got 0 so far.
Oh
dear. Please just.
Wow.
Okay. Obviously having some severe technical problems with that car.
I'm questioning now if he stalled the car on that, Mike, and he needs another push start now. Number 1 rule, bring a full battery to BDC, or the mics will rip you while you're stuck on the track.
Yeah. It's a bit embarrassing really, Mike, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, we got a replay on
do we? Good.
Brilliant, exactly what I needed to see. Oh. Poor little Beamer. Poor little Beamer, what?
On the recovery track. Hopefully they'll just put a tow rope on this and get it off nice and quick. We won't need to do a full recovery. On the plus side, Mike, it's not raining.
Very positive person, Mike Walton, you know that? You're a very positive person. Were we not like People were telling me during the week that it was going to be like a hurricane this weekend or something. I was in a t-shirt walking around this morning. I'm not complaining by any means.
It doesn't appear to be hurricaning, I'll be honest.
No.
No hurricane right now.
It's
really nice outside, everyone's in t-shirts.
Bank's starting to fill up there. Great view in here, Three Sisters on that bank. Like, just, you'd stand there all day watching drifting.
Yeah.
It's a very strong marshal, that is.
Yeah.
He had his Weetabix this morning.
So far in first place we have Dave Mattel in first position. That moved very quickly. In second we've got Richard Gilby. Kieran Lynch in third position. Fourth, Mike Lardner. Fifth, Ian Leggett. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Wow. First time for everything.
We're getting so good these names.
Next up is Adam McKelly. Seventh, Thomas Devlin. I don't think I just said that right. You said that differently.
Thomas Devlin, no?
Definitely. Yeah. Eighth, Chris Parnham. Ninth, Martin Terrell. 10th, so far, Sonny Moore.
So we have the E36 on move. And you can see in the corner of my eye the next car warming up down there, Mike. So we will be moving on very shortly.
And up next we have Marshall Goodwin.
Another guy that didn't tell us anything about. So I'm just going to make it up. 318.
316.
316. 320D.
I think a 20D's got more grunt. I have no idea what's in this car. He'll rip off the line with a 700 or
Yeah, the best bits you'll ever see after blowing us away. Sounds like a doorbell.
Is he starting the car again?
Oh
no. Here we go. The car is on, ladies and gentlemen. And we will now proceed with the run. Off it goes. Sounds like a V8. As it enters into first, it doesn't sound like a very...
It's a V3.
Doesn't sound like a very good V8, Mike. As he comes around to clip 3 and just completely straight down Manji with the engine not working at all.
I am very confused at what I hear.
Just really poorly BMW of some description. Well, hopefully they can get that fixed for the next run, and we will move on to Larius Manelius.
That's perfect.
How do you know?
How do you not know?
I mean, that's a good point.
Touché. He got 2 spoilers. 3 spoilers. Yeah. Wow, all the spoilers on this S14. This got me excited.
So what has it got under the bonnet? Can we tell?
Sorry?
Maybe an no, likely, whatever it is, that's not the way the track goes though.
That was
as he transitions through clip 3 and then comes down. Gialli Mike is trying to make up for it now as he comes through. Nice and wow, to the green stuff, over rotates.
Just a little bit too much angle.
Yeah, just a degree or two.
So unfortunately that will be 0. And all to do in the second run, Mike.
Moving on. Up next we have James Cross, obviously expecting some sort of night fight with that light on the top. It's in the middle of the daytime. So we probably won't be needing that. I don't know. People have been getting very lost this weekend so far, so
a big light maybe could help.
Maybe it will.
Oh, he's going for the big flick and he's going early for it, Mike. Do it twice.
Oh, there we go. As he enters into the corner, will he not drop a wheel? He manages to keep it on track as he transitions through into clip 2. Down Manji Ali, hasn't lost too many points so far. Beating the life out of this car. Here it are, collects a clipping point and mows the lawn of this Three Sisters track. Shuts the car down.
Yeah,
that will be a 0 for James Cross.
Just unfortunate for James getting it all wrong.
I'll move it on. Up next we have Danny Herald. What's going on? I'm sure we just saw that car out.
I was just about to say, do they have identical cars? I was very confused there.
So Danny Harold just says it's an SR20 E36, but I can categorically tell you that that is not what I'm seeing in front of me.
Ah, you never know.
I do know. I do know, Mike.
We've seen stranger things happen this weekend.
that somehow is an E36.
Yeah. If you close one eye and squint through the other, it looks like an E36.
It's definitely not an SR20 under the bonnet.
Definitely not an SR20.
Oh, lovely, nice wide entry.
Oh, brilliant.
Look at some power, it's got some pace, this car.
Yeah.
That little 1 series as he comes through. Clip 4, look at the smoke billowing off the tyres, Mike. This is much more impressive than the last many runs that we've seen as he transitions around into the final corner, puts the hammer down.
Keeps it in and brings it over the line out on the concrete line. Score drop.
So many points a bit lost by going out onto that green. But here sponsored by NHP Motorsport, Barriers Tyres, Autos, TT Detailing and ACT Construction. He scores 74.33, putting him into 7th position so far. Up now we have Paul Seymour. And he is driving this S13 that sounds like it's misfiring already. It says it's underpowered and way over his head.
At least he's honest. So we see Paul thrown in a bit shallow there by clip 2, gets it back on line, drops a wheel at 3 as he lines up now for Mangiali. Gets the C lines of 4, too early for 5. Might just get it all wrong here. Big straight as he comes through 6 and 7. Into the last transition. How will he deal with the upshift? Like that, straight.
So that was Paul Seymour. He's sponsored by Kiwise Cars, Speedway Garage, Amor Hair and Beauty, which is wife's salon. Fit and Fab. I expect him to have a very good haircut this time. He scores a 32.67, putting him into 13th position so far. Up now we have Toby Walker.
The young man, the student of PH Drift, one of Yogi's.
So now we're looking at something that should be very good in this E36 compact.
As we see Toby coming down.
A little bit of a straight line entry, could have had a bit of a bigger flick, but makes it nicely through clip 2, very nice and deep. In through clip 3, he's on the B line now. Can he hold it together? Looks like he's struggling for power a little bit. He puts his foot down as he comes through Manji Ali. Can he make it out to that clipping point on the braking zone? He can't, I'm afraid. Mike transitions again. Around the last corner, needs to make that upshift right now. Well, a few seconds ago, and unfortunately missed it. But he drops wheels again and then comes over the line. He is sponsored by PH Drift, Whittaker's Livery and Slide Freaks. He scores 43.67. Put him in 12th position so far. Up next we have Sarah Price in this
E36 definitely this time.
This one is definitely an E36. No idea what engine's in it though. Jay-Z powered by the sounds of things as it comes off the line. A bit of a straight line tentative entry on the handbrake, not scoring as many points as it could have done, but quite nice and deep through clip 2, but shallow off clip 3. As it come down Manji Alley now, Mike. Can she make it down into clip 6? We'll have straighten, unfortunately. And then a big over rotation and a spin.
Sarah was doing a really good job in the first half of that there now, so hopefully she can just put together and finish off in the second one.
Yeah. She is sponsored by Rotor Wheels, Ill Motion Drift Works, and Fibre Factory. Up next we have Stephen Lynch. In this E46 BMW, is it a compact? No, it's a coupe. He looks happy to be here. Another Jay-Z powered BMW. He comes flying down the line. Wow, big clutch kick entry, Mike, as it comes into the first corner. Loads of pace. Can he hold on the track? Just about, only just very slightly dropping the wheel. Very slightly as it comes through Mangiati. Look at the pace of this, Mike. This is much faster than what we used to be seeing. As he comes, it's a beautiful line from Stephen Lynch so far. Can he hold it together? Needs to make that upshift around about now. I think he just did it. As it comes,
No! I was really excited about that run. I was like, Stephen Lynch is after making a name for himself here. Just yet again, Mike, that upshift.
So he scores a 71.67 and puts him in 8th position so far. Just that little mistake. He could have got... I reckon he probably could have top qualified with that mistake, Mike.
Definitely. Up next we've got Mark Percival.
Just having a little word with our track marshal.
Just making sure the harnesses are tight, secure, in the right locations.
Always best to get this done before we pull up to the start line, Mike.
I wouldn't know much about it.
There we go, he sat in the car correctly now. Brilliant. And let's see how he gets on in his E36 BMW. As he comes in a massive flick entry. Can he hold on to this? Way wide! But he manages to hold on to it, Mike, through the first corner. Dropping wheels, he's lost points, but it looked absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike
as
won.
he comes down into Manji Alley. Can he do it again? Oh, huge angle! Look at the wheel!
What? Did you see that?
On a spin!
Something just snapped, I think, in front of that. Man, he threw it backwards there now. He got the commentary team going, that's all that matters. Man, that first flick, I genuinely think he's coming in the trailer, he flicked that hard on the run down.
Oh, take
Vincent Cohn, never signed
all over the place. Absolute carnage, ladies and gentlemen, but very entertaining.
I love a bit of carnage.
He scores a 0 for that one. Hopefully we'll see a score on the board for the next one.
Definitely can't wait. See what he's going to do
throughout the day.
Yeah. If you're going to come to BDC and do a safe run, you're not going to make an impact. If you're going to come do something like that, you'll be talked about for years.
Yeah, but you probably won't qualify.
But you'll still be talked about for years.
Up now we have Richard Herman in this another E36 BMW. No idea what's under the bonnet. Doesn't say, can't hear it. Sounds
BMW-ish.
yeah, I mean the unforgettable sound of an M50 there as he throws it into the first corner. Oh, and getting it all wrong for the second clip. He is sponsored by Strictly Scooters, Rooster Security, and Fire, Drift Fab, and Dank Plates. We'll move on now. We have up now Matthew Walker. The only information I have is that it's a borrowed car and the owner is indeed watching him. So let's hope he picks a... Oh, wow, loads of angle, but misses the clipping point completely again. Another clipping point completely missed as he comes down Manji Ali Mike. Oh, getting all kinds of wrong now as he makes a horrendous job of Manji Ali Mike.
Manji Ali, you know, it looks simple, but it's very technical.
Yeah.
It's the most technical part of the track.
So we'll move on to our next driver, Dan Martin, in this MX-5.
Dan Martin usually is out taking photos, but this weekend he's driving Tom Van Beek's second Enva car.
I was going to say, I recognise that car.
Yeah, that's Tom's old Pro 2 car, if I'm correct, and his Pro car should still be outside our trailer.
So it is.
No, there you go. Dan Martin's K70 Corolla wasn't ready, so he's borrowed a car, just come to have some fun. Apparently, right, word on the street is, in Drift League, he did a very, very good chase run against Martin Monaco, and I have never heard as many people talk about one battle.
Alright, so, well, let's have a look here.
See what Dan can do.
Dan throws it into the first round, missing clip 1 completely, and clip 2 as well, so maybe we can start collecting some clipping points. Comes from clip 3. It's Howard Dan, a little MX-5, looking very poised now, not too much angle. Can you hold it together on the track? And shuts it down. A little bit of understeer there as well through that final corner.
Yeah, just unfortunate for Dan getting it all wrong. Just as he came into the last corner, the car just bogged down.
So that will be 0 points for Dan Martin. And up next we have Stuart Thorburn. This E46 BMW. He is apparently a YouTuber. He bought the car for $200.